Welcome to Big Little Stories. I'm Ivy Sharmetz. My guest today is a Jersey girl whose incredible voice took her from local stages to Billboard charts. Ashlee Keating has been performing since she was barely old enough to tie her shoes, and now she's in the middle of her most exciting chapter so far. She's a singer, songwriter, dancer, actress, content creator, and I'm so excited for this chat today. Thank you so much for being here, Ashlee.
Hi, thank you so much.
So I want to start by congratulating you on your new single, Slay All Day. Talk to me about, first of all, it's a great song. It's stuck in my head in the best way possible. But talk to me about what it's like to release a holiday song this time of year, to be part of the soundtrack that gets people into the holiday spirit.
Well, I always wanted that as a kid, and as you know, I grew up in South Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl, and I always loved, the Christmas lights and the houses decorated and the snow and ice, and it kind of just became a thing for me where I was actually part of a campaign with Coca-Cola at one point, and they were like, talk about something that you love, and I was like, it was the holidays, and
Yeah.
I wrote about the holiday season, and then I think from there on, it kind of became a thing where I'm really good at writing holiday music, and I love being able to share that joy in the world through my craft, through my music. That's what I do this for. So it's this one specifically with Slay All Day. I wanted to make, that anthem for everyone that makes you feel good and feel
Yeah.
empowered through the holiday season. That's a very universal song.
Yeah, and also it's nice to hear new holiday music, right? We have so many classics that we love, rightfully so,
Yeah.
but to hear a new song that gets stuck in your head and gets you in the spirit is really cool too. So congratulations to all that. You mentioned you grew up in South Jersey, so let's start there. Talk to me about that. Where in South Jersey did you grow up?
I am from a small town called Linwood, New Jersey. The shore vibes all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I'm Jersey Shore. I can't even speak. Jersey Shore girl. And yeah, my roots really come from there. That's for sure, musically and in every way.
And so I love the fact that when you were, I guess you were like 3 years old, the Al Alberts TV showcase. By the way, Al Alberts, a performer himself who sang on the way to Cape May. Some people might know him from that.
Ah,
How
yes.
did you end up on the Al Alberts TV showcase in Philly?
Well, I was only 3 years old.
Yeah. So
So, like you said, I basically popped out the womb, as a, being wanting to be a performer. I was born to be on stage, born to be on camera, and that's just really what I wanted to do. And so I think when my mom's friends literally was like, she should try out for the show, and I would beg my parents, I wanted to sing, I wanted to dance, I wanted to perform. So when I had that opportunity, of course, got booked it and absolutely loved it, which then led me to go on to Broadway and so many other things. But um, that's the story I know, is that,
yeah.
basically a friend told my mom that, hey, she should try out for this. And then, of course, I love doing it. So that's how it happened. Because I was
Yeah.
only three.
Yeah, but he was known for like those that was like the teeny boppers segment or something, right? That where he would
Yeah.
talk about kids. That's so cool. I love how you just sort of glazed over the fact. And then I went to Broadway. You were 6 when you went to Broadway. Um, that must have been. I mean, did you even realize at the time what a big deal that was?
No, definitely not.
How did that
I
happen?
mean, I feel like I felt the magic of it, of just being on Broadway and New York City, and even the audition process. I feel like I remember little moments in my head. I'm a very visual person. So I feel like I remember being in the audition room, which is crazy, but I felt the magic of it for sure. But
Yeah,
I think at the moment, I think the best way to go about this industry too is just to truly live in the moment and not think too hard about it, because it goes by so fast,
yeah,
and these are such incredible moments to have and exciting. And so I really didn't think about it. I was, 6 years old, but
yeah.
I go back now and go, wow, like how it really, really helped me become the artist that I am today, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So we're not even in double digits yet. When you're 10, you're on Star Search. How did that? I mean, Star Search was like the show to be on. How did
Yeah,
that?
it was
What was that experience like?
at that moment. Yeah, like American Idol, X Factor, none of them were
Yeah,
there yet.
that was it. It was Star Search.
So it was a reboot of CBS Star Search that they did, obviously, like, a lot of the big stars like, Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, they were all on the first version
Right.
of Star Search. So I was on this reboot. But the crazy part about it is I really didn't think I was going to get it. I had auditioned multiple times, and they called me for the very last episode of the whole show, the whole season. They stopped it after this. And I just remember being in my kitchen with my mom, getting a random phone call and being like, could that possibly be them? And it was, and they were like, you're going to get on a plane tomorrow to Los Angeles, basically.
It's that fast? It's tomorrow? It's really tomorrow?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
that
It
fast?
was like
oh, wow.
tomorrow.
Wow.
And I had never been to Los Angeles, always dreamed about it. And I loved it. And I was like on the floor, like crying, like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I just got this. But then even when you get there, you still have to audition. You're not even technically on the show yet.
Wow.
So you're there, you made it, but you didn't make it on the actual telecast yet.
Wow.
So it was a whole process, and, memories for life that I'll never forget. And I just remember, being there during the audition process and telling my mom, like, I'm going to live in Los Angeles someday. And she's looking at me like I'm absolutely nuts. But the crazy part about it was that this experience really led to many other opportunities that I'm sure we'll get into talking, like, being on Radio Disney and everything. And I manifested it. It just happened. Like, I just knew it. But being on Star Search was just a dream come true in front of, live television on CBS. It's crazy. And I love a good singing competition show. So it was just amazing to be a part of that. And there were some legendary names, a part of it.
Of course. So you mentioned your mom, to be that young and to have accomplished that much, obviously you have to have a supportive family system. How did that play into all of this for you? Your mom, I am assuming was and still is your biggest fan.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. And obviously I was underage, so I needed a legal guardian to be with me. So with all this stuff, so yeah, she was definitely there. I mean, obviously my dreams are beyond my parents could ever possibly imagine. They're probably like, this girl's like, but you gotta go big or go home. You gotta dream big, and I'm definitely a big dreamer. So I think as long as you set your mind to something and you work hard, you can make it happen for yourself.
Oh, I love that. So it sounds like you always knew this is what you wanted to do, but was there a moment that you remember where you thought, this is it for me? This is what my life has to be?
That's a very good question. I think that when I opened for Demi Lovato, I feel like that was a huge moment for me during my Radio Disney era. And that whole time of my life was incredible just because, I also loved Star Search. All these moments, these moments are big, huge parts of my career and life, and I cherish them so much. But I think when I opened for Demi Lovato, it was really, really cool because the fans there were just so, crazy, like Justin Bieber fans, you know what I mean? Where they're like on the windows, like screaming, like, I want a picture, blah, blah, blah. I sold out of all my merchandise. It was in Philadelphia, actually, at Penn's Landing. So that's where the show was that I opened for Demi Lovato. And it was definitely a moment. They were like running toward my car, and I didn't have security, and I got to meet so many amazing fans there. And I think it was just like such an exhilarating moment, like being like, wow, I can't wait to do more of this. And the fans are the reason why I'm here. So it's just the best feeling ever.
So you mentioned Demi Lovato and Radio Disney. Talk to me a little bit about that. How did that happen, and what did that experience mean to you?
Yeah, so I got discovered by a producer, basically, that was working on High School Musical at the time. And
where were you? How were you discovered? What does that mean? You were discovered. Where were you?
I had done like a random talent competition show because at the time, like, there, it's crazy. There's not as many of those nowadays. Yeah. Obviously, we have social media, which is a huge platform to share your gifts and your talents, which I love. So I believe that anyone that has a gift, you should use social media and those platforms to get yourself out there. But at the time, I did a talent show. And the producer approached me, like I said, who was working on High School Musical, and He really wanted to work with me, and at the time I was like, obviously that's what I wanted to do. And this is only a few years after me being on Star Search.
Gosh.
And I went out to Los Angeles and worked with him. And next thing you know, like, did not expect this, but the music got picked up for by Radio Disney for this program called the Incubator Program. And at the time, they were choosing new up and coming artists to be on the radio with their music for 2 weeks. And the rest was history after that. Like, I had so many opportunities with Radio Disney. I'm still very close to the family that, basically made me who I am. And I give so much credit to them, because being a part of the Disney family is just a huge, huge deal. And there were so many legendary artists that came from Disney. So it was a huge deal, but that's basically how it happened. And it was very, again, like, meant to happen, didn't try it, here we are.
I mean, you're still so young, and you've had all of these moments that, some people work their whole careers to be able to have, and I think it's a testament to your talent and how hard you work. But was there a moment where you were like, this is happening? This is not just a dream. This is for real now.
I definitely feel like this industry is very, up and down. It has a lot of, like, it's a roller coaster. So there's not really, I think I'm always striving for more and always working harder. So I don't really think of it as, like, I think when I'm winning a Grammy someday, that will be my moment.
All right, write it down. Write it down. You're a manifestor.
Whoa.
It's going to happen.
Yes. Like, I'm like crying thinking about it, because I swear, like, when that happens someday, I that's when I will be like, okay, this is the moment, And for now, I'm just enjoying all of these aspects of my life and exciting moments that I'm having with my career. And yeah, I think I'm always striving for more, though.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I really haven't had that moment yet. I feel like there's been a lot of really, really incredible moments, but I haven't had that big, like, whoa,
Right.
whoa. And I will say though, me being played on the radio.
So I was gonna tell you that I saw one of your posts on Instagram. You were in your car and you hear your song "Too Toxic," right? And
Yes.
it was playing on Sirius XM, and seeing your emotion, and you said, he even said my name, and I saw you get emotional. It made me emotional. Watching you do that. And then I read somewhere else about how you felt the first time you heard your song. I think it was like on Kiss FM, on
Kiss FM.
iHeartRadio. What is that moment like? Like, what does that feel like?
Those are the moments that I definitely genuinely cry. And I think those definitely have been the highlights so far, because I always grew up listening to the radio. I absolutely love the radio. And there's so many iconic people, so many iconic artists that have hit the charts, that have made such an impact in this world. And to be in, the list of those artists and then have my song play, it's just like, wait, what just happened? Like, how it's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like getting over a cold. It's literally like the best feeling in the world. Like, no, it is just truly, truly incredible, which makes me cry.
Yeah, and you sound like you belong there too. So we're going to take a very short break, and when we come back, we're going to have a lot more with Ashlee. We'll be right back. Ashlee, I was reading somewhere you were talking about your song "Thirsty," which is another great song, and you said that the song was really about not getting caught up in the images that we see on social media, and it's remaining true to yourself. Where did the idea for that song come from, and why was it important for you to put out a song like that?
I think I actually wrote that song, or the concept of the idea of the song came to me during the pandemic, believe it or not. And I think there's just such a wave of social media, like an era of social media that's happening, every single year. It becomes more and more. And now with AI and everything going on, on the internet, that it's very based off of like, even if you go to a party, if you get an invite, it's like, oh, let me see your Instagram,
Yeah.
and especially in Los Angeles or, lots of big states, but it's very interesting. And I feel like I love human connection, and I love being able to get to know someone
Mm.
for who they are, rather than just seeing the persona on social media or what they post, because not all of that is real. So
Right.
the purpose of me writing that song was solely just starting about like how social media, you know, is the way it is nowadays, and how there's the thirst culture of
Mm.
like, he's just being thirsty on my gram and just wants to take me out on a date and just like looking at me for that and not for who I am. And
Right.
that's kind of, it's just really about the thirst culture online.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your songwriting process like?
It's so random. I come up, I mean, I'm out with my friends, I'm reading something. A lot of times it comes to me in the middle of the night,
Mm.
and I'm just like, oh, wow, I need to write that down right now. I'm going to record that right now. And it's just very random, song concepts, ideas, and sometimes like melodies and beat production come to me out of nowhere, like in my head, and then I have to explain it.
Wow. Who are your role models in the industry?
Oh my gosh. Well, I obviously love a lot of the pop
Sure.
divas, and people like, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, of course, Britney Spears, J Lo, Beyonce, a lot of
Yeah.
artists like that.
Oh, just those people? That's it. But I mean, the music business is such a notoriously tough business. It's hard to get discovered. It's hard to maintain a career. It's hard to keep going to the next step. The rejection is hard, right? There are the disappointments, the roller coaster that you talked about. Does being from New Jersey and being a Jersey girl with that Jersey grit, do you think that gives you an advantage?
I definitely think so. I definitely think so, because I am definitely like a straight shooter,
Yeah.
and I love people telling me like it is, even if it's not something I want to
Yeah.
hear,
Yeah.
especially from my team, and you do, as you grow as an artist, you do have a lot of rejection and a lot of like haters and lovers, which that comes with the territory. So you definitely have to be strong-willed, and be able to handle it all. And I think I'm Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I'm Italian, and I don't know. I was built for it. So,
Yeah.
but I definitely think that, coming from Jersey, I think has definitely helped me a lot. And I'm a very strong person.
So you mentioned also how social media gives artists an opportunity to show off their talent without needing someone to really give them permission to, right? You can just kind of put it out there. What do you think of that, and how that's impacting the music industry? I mean, there are people who are getting record deals because they posted something, because they post on Instagram and develop a fan base. How do you see that in terms of the future of the industry?
Yeah, I think that it's changing very rapidly, and you got to utilize, what you have.
Yeah.
And the more you share your gifts on social media platforms, the more opportunity you have. And I feel like if you're not doing that, then you're not doing yourself justice at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. So do you see it? Some people would say maybe it's not a good thing, but you think you kind of use all the tools you have available, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's basically, like as if you were on a TV show, and, building your fan base, showing your gifts
Yeah.
online. You don't really know who's watching, and a lot of people really do get discovered from social media, and it's a great way of getting your music out there and your gifts out there.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just the new wave.
What's next for you?
Well, we're just getting warmed up. I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie. Next year is gonna be a big year, and I'm just very excited to share what's next. I can't really talk about it too much yet, but it's gonna be an amazing year, and I really feel like I am just getting started. So it's a bittersweet feeling for sure.
I'll say this. I know I can't share it either, but I have a hint of what's to come, and it is huge, and you deserve it.
Yeah.
100%. So congratulations on all that. Actually, we end each one of our shows with something we call three big little questions, and we do them rapid fire. Are you ready?
Oh, Yes.
All right. So the first question is, they're harmless. The first question is, how do you get yourself out of a bad mood?
Ooh, that's actually such a good question. Probably working out,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. And this is going to be an interesting answer, but what is your go-to karaoke song?
I Want to Dance with Somebody by by Whitney Houston. I was about to say Mariah Carey. Oh my God, that's crazy.
That,
Whitney Houston.
you
I know that's a big song, but I just love that song.
would you ever cover a song like that?
I randomly one time was doing a radio interview and they were like, we did karaoke and it was hilarious. And I chose that song. So I kind of sang that on the fly.
Amazing.
But yes, I would totally, that would be amazing. I mean, Whitney is incredible. I don't know if I could, I could never beat Whitney, like be her, but like, I could.
But you can be
just a little
Ashlee.
bit.
But you can be
Yeah.
Ashlee.
I just
All right.
love that song.
And the last one is, what's your favorite spot in New Jersey? You take the girl out of Jersey, but we're not taking the Jersey out of the girl. So what's one of your favorite places in New Jersey?
Honestly, I just love the beach.
Yeah.
I really love to go to the Jersey Shore, the beach, the boardwalk. I love Atlantic City, obviously. It's walking the boardwalk, and Ocean City as well. I love. Just really just visiting the shore during the summer.
Yeah, a little mac and mangoes. All right,
Yeah.
Ashlee. So if you're listening or watching this, make sure you check the show description. We're putting all of Ashlee's handles on there so you can reach out and follow her and listen to her music. Ashlee, thank you so much for taking the time, and please let's stay in touch and let's catch up again when you after you win the Grammy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashlee. That will do it for today. Thank you for watching Big Little Stories. Be sure to check us out at Big Little Stories Show on Instagram. I'm Ivy Sharmetz. I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.